I have been gone from this YouTube channel forever. I feel like I've been gone from my own home forever. If you follow along on Instagram, you know that me and Jeremy have been traveling almost too much, if that's possible. Like from early January to this week, we have gone to Napa and Sonoma. We did a whole weekend in wine country and then had a few days at home and then did a night in Puerto Rico and then an 11-night cruise and then had a couple nights home. And then NASCAR season started and we were in Daytona for a week and now we're home. I was planning on going to Las Vegas this weekend. Today is actually the day of the race and right now it's under rain delay, so I can sit down and film this video. But I have had that like gunk, which I should have known because when I travel a bunch and just kind of like exert myself a little bit too much, I feel like I always get kind of like an upper respiratory sort of thing. But right now I am at the tail end of it. Thank goodness. But I'm in that point where like your cough only comes when you lay down at night. So you're like sleepy. I mean, I'm taking cough medicine that makes me so sleepy. But then the minute my head hits the pillow, I just cough and I see every hour, every single night. So if I sound like a smoker, that's why. But I've been told this is the tail end of a cold. So I'm just hoping this is over very soon. But I was so excited to go ahead and sit down. I've got so many products recently that I've picked up like in the days that I have had a minute to go shopping. And as you can see, I have my eyes done already. This is the Tati palette. You can tell by that beautiful glitter. Because today I wanted to go over and test out some new viral complexion products. So I have them all splayed in front of me. I definitely have a couple of primers I want to try. The new Wet n Wild Prime Focus Primer Serum and the e.l.f. Luminous Putty Primer. So on this side of the face, I think I'm going to try this guy out. This side, I'm going to do the e.l.f. I also have the new Hourglass Vanish Concealer. Super high coverage. Going to give that a go. I also have the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Primer, the dewy version. So I love the original. We're going to give that a go. Some Charlotte Tilbury powder and the Too Faced Turn Up the Light. It's their new Born This Way highlighting palette. So if you guys want to see how all of these complexion products perform, let's get into the video. All right, guys, I wear my extensions for way longer than you're supposed to. I was always like, I'm not going to be the girl with ratchet extensions. And then I became the girl with ratchet extensions because I'm cheap. So my last go, when they like start getting really, really rough, I just like chop them all off and have baby hair for like 2 months before I buy a new set of extensions. And yeah, so right now I'm like literally trying to figure out how to style hair this length. I don't know what I'm doing. So I love makeup. Not great at doing my hair. All right, let's get into it. Like I said, we're going to try out both primers and see. I'm actually even going to dip in. I'm so extra. Ever since I got the Tarte Timeless Smoothing Primer, I literally cannot exclude this from my routine. It's that good. It literally smooths everything. So I am going to include that on my T-zone. These are more luminous primers. Like, I don't know if you will be able to see, but it does have some little shimmers in there. So let's go ahead, crack into this. I have not tried this yet, but holy liquidy. I don't know if that's too much. I mean, it's literally like water I'm putting on my skin. I'm not really seeing a shimmer. I'm not really feeling like it's doing anything, but we'll see how it looks paired with, it did come in a PR package with this foundation. So I don't know, guys. All right, let's crack into the e.l.f. Luminous Putty Primer. As you can see, I have given this a go and I do like it. It's got a really nice golden shimmer to it that if I was going for one of those like no makeup days, I feel like I could just kind of smooth this over my face and just have kind of like a lit from within glow to my skin. And like I said, what I'm going to do now is take my Real Techniques sponge and go into, I mean, you guys can see I am loving this Tarte primer. Just take a little bit on my sponge and press it into my pores on my T-zone. You don't need to use this all over your face. It really is just like a spot corrector. All right, now that my face is blurred to perfection, I am going to go in with the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Dewy Foundation. So Wet n Wild sent over a huge PR package. Like, it was probably one of the heaviest PR packages I've ever gotten that had every single shade in this. And I had a tricky time finding my shade, and this might not actually be my shade. We're going to give it a go. I do have a little bit of at-home like self-tanning on my face. I mean, that looks pretty good. If you guys are wondering, you know how the original smells like paint? This one smells ever so slightly less like paint, almost like they added something in to kind of mask the paint smell. I do think this is a really good match for my shade though. That looks really nice. I'd say this is a medium coverage foundation. And I love a dewy foundation. I have really dry skin, so I need something to combat that. So I'll almost take a little bit more of a dewy foundation that's not as long wearing, because I can powder throughout the day. That doesn't really bother me, to get a little bit more glow to my skin. Also, y'all, the struggle of blondes, when you get your roots filled in and you're putting foundation on, like your bleached hair right around here, there's no not getting foundation all over those little baby hairs. But I think this is going on quite beautifully. Let me see if I can get you guys a little closer. I mean, not aggressively dewy or anything. I might add just a little bit more to see if it's a buildable foundation. I like just a hair more coverage, so I'm gonna see if I can build it in just a couple places that I'm seeing a little bit of redness peeking through. All right, here's what that foundation looks like blended out. You guys, I like it. I think it looks really pretty, really natural. Does it beat my OG favorite, the L'Oreal Infallible? No, I think that one looks more like skin than this one does, but it's a pretty close contender. Looks good. I think this cream beige might be like the teeny tiniest bit too light, but again, I have self-tanner on my face. Now we're gonna go in with the Hourglass Vanish Concealer. I have the shade Cotton, and I've seen so many reviews on this. I know to go in with a light hand because it is extremely full coverage, which makes the price of this a lot easier to swallow because you're just gonna be using like the tiniest bit. And the price, if I remember correctly, it's about $34, which isn't insane. So let's go ahead. I went with this Cotton shade because it does have a slight yellow undertone to it, and I like that for brightening my under eyes. I mean, I hope that's not too much. Down the bridge of my nose and a little on my forehead, and I'll just use the excess on my chin. All right. I mean, it's full coverage, I'll tell you that. Try not to get any on my lashes. I mean, it's full coverage, but it's not looking cakey since the formula is so thin. I feel like I'm like beating my face with this beauty blender. It looks so beautiful. I mean, you guys, holy cow. I think I used too much, guys, and that was with a sponge. That's nuts. So regardless, we are going to be lightened and brightened today. I think with like bronzer and contour, we'll be able to kind of make me look a little less pale. It's like the outside is showing how I feel on the inside right now. Okay. When I purchased the concealer, I knew I wanted to grab Charlotte Tilbury's Airbrush Flawless Finish Skin Perfecting Micro Powder in the shade 1. This makes me want to go buy it in the shade 2, which is the medium, because I love this powder so much. I'm just going to go ahead and set all the places I concealed because it's definitely too light to do my full face with it. I mean, something about this powder, guys, just like blurs away any imperfections. It's pricey. It should blur away any imperfections. Should make me feel better right now. All right, the camera cut off on me if the angle changed. What I don't have new is a bronzer or a contour. So I'm going to go in with the Old Faithful Cheek Leaders palette. My trick for this, because I use Hula Caramel as my bronzer and then Hula Original as my contour, but they're so pigmented, so I literally like tap into it and like tap a little bit on, I'm doing it on my pants right now because I'm about to do a load of laundry, but I'll just tap it onto a like a Kleenex or something to just get a little of the excess product, because I have gone way too hard with these products before. And just warm up where I feel, see, look at that, holy cow. You really got to blend with this. But again, I feel like you buy the Cheek Leaders palette, another kind of investment, like I think it's like $60 for the palette, but you have this and I swear you have bronzer and contour for the rest of your life. Like I don't see someone going through this entire palette, and you have that cookie highlighter in there, which is really beautiful. And then what I do for my neck is I mix the two together to kind of blend in to my body. Why does the light keep changing like that? Just a quick little nose contour. For blush, I'm going to go in with the Ofra Island Time palette. Look how beautiful that is. These are like all, I mean, I think maybe this shade right here might be the only one that I don't love, but I'm going in with, it's either Punch or Mai Tai, I'm not sure based on the back. And just popping that on the apples of my cheeks. I just love a peach blush. And again, like always, y'all know I go a little heavy on the blush because it's always a thing that like falls off my face isn't the word, like fades away. That's the word. It always fades first. And I want that little like pop of color on my cheeks. I feel like I can hear myself breathing. I hope that's not being picked up. Y'all, I just want to feel better. I don't want to complain on here. I'm just like sick of it. Your girl needs her sleep. Now, you guys, I know y'all are so excited to see how this performs. Too Faced just launched this palette. It's another part of their Born This Way collection, the Turn Up the Lights palette. So what you get in here, if I don't blind you guys, okay, you can see my desk and everything. So you get 3 powders in here. You get just your standard highlighter, which is called Glow. And then in the middle, you get a soft focus powder, which reminds me a lot of the ambient lighting powders by Hourglass, which I love and use every single day. And then over here, you get Dazzle, which is a highlighter that has glitter in it. So I want to use all of them and see how they perform. Let's get my little highlighting brush, and I am going to dip into Glow. Feels like I'm getting a lot of product on the brush. That's exactly the tone and the kind of smooth highlight that I like. I usually don't like one with a ton of glitter in it. I am going to try it just on like the high points of my cheeks. I usually like these really smooth, icy gold highlighters because they don't bring out any texture in my skin. And this one's really pretty. I don't know if I've used a Too Faced highlighter before, or if there's like a Too Faced highlighter that I love. I don't think so. Could this be it? It's looking pretty good so far. I mean, that's really pretty. I really like that. Let's do a little down the bridge of my nose. Might need a finger for that. And on the tip. I mean, that's a really pretty shade. I really like this highlighter. My little milk mustache. Okay, y'all, I'm feeling the Dazzle, and it feels like not soft. Like it's very, like you could probably even hear me rubbing into it, which I don't think that's great. Here is what it looks like on my finger. Very sparkly. Like it's so dry, I feel like I'm not picking it up on the brush, but let's see. I don't know. It doesn't look too different from, like in the pan, it looks really different from the glow shade. Maybe it's the lighting in here. Maybe it's not putting down a lot of product. I don't know, y'all. I'm not sure about Dazzle. I wonder with my, oh, okay, wow. With my finger, holy cow. Now I'm seeing glitter. I guess it's just like so dry. It's not picking up on the brush that well. I don't know about this one, guys. But like I said, I do really like the glow shade, so I'll continue to reach for this. I just might not dip into Dazzle as much. Okay, let me get a big fluffy brush. Need to blend that in a little bit. And I'm going to go into Soft Focus. I know with my ambient lighting powders, you see just a hint of shimmer, but it just kind of smooths the skin. Let's see if this does the same thing. I don't know, y'all. I'm not seeing a glow. What I'm seeing is with a brush this size, I'm picking up a little bit of glitter and dispersing it in places in my face that I don't want it. I'm going to be so powdery and ashy after applying all these powder products, but I don't know, guys. Are y'all seeing more of a glow? I'm just not really seeing it. I don't know about this, you guys. I am on the fence about it. I'll definitely reach for it for the glow shade. I'm just not sure if the other two do anything. I was about to say they're really giving Jaclyn Hill a run for her money since she just came out with 3 highlighters that are supposed to do like these 3 things. So it is clever to put it in one palette. I just feel like they like miss the mark a little bit. All right, I'm just gonna pop off camera really quick and do my lower lash line. Be right back. Okay, now all we have to do is lips and setting spray. So I'm going to go into a combo that's new for me. I'm going to use the Morphe lip liner in the shade Love Bite. And this is like a cool tone nude. I've been trying to listen to what JLo's makeup artist, Scott Barnes, has said about the Cupid's bow, where to give the illusion of fuller lips, he doesn't do like a really sharp Cupid's bow. He kind of like smooths it out a little bit. Then I am going to top it with the Morphe lipstick in the shade Bare All, which is just a nude matte shade. Would not wear this one alone without lip liner because it is a really light shade. I feel like Morphe's lipsticks, liquid lips, lip glosses are all highly underrated. And then I'm going to top the whole thing with Fenty's Gloss Bomb in the shade Fussy. Easily my favorite lip gloss of all time. There's just something about these. They're comfortable, they smell delicious, they last a long time, and they just came out with a few new shades and I need to go get all of them. All right, I'm going to set everything with the 4th Ray Beauty Glisten Up Mist, and then I will come back with my thoughts. All right, y'all, here is how my skin looks with that setting spray. It really like meshed together, all the powders, all the cream products, and I feel like my skin looks beautiful. Like I'm actually, let me take it in even closer for you guys so you can really see my skin. I have a mirror right here and I can't stop looking at it. I feel like it looks like skin, like it's just beautiful. I'd seen so many mixed reviews on this foundation, so I was a little worried. I love the original so much and I wanted this to be everything that I thought the original was lacking, and so far so good. I'm going to leave a pinned comment below so just to see how it wears. I'll let you guys know how it looks at the end of the day because that's important too. That's why I love my Infallible foundation, because it lasts 24 hours like it says. So I'll let you know, but so far so good. Like I said, I used the shade Cream Beige. Love this. As for what's going on my under eyes, the combination of the Hourglass concealer and the Charlotte Tilbury powder, you guys, these shades, I love a brightened under eye. I feel like that's what I have. A little goes a long way, but this is easily my favorite concealer of all time. Like goodbye Shape Tape, goodbye the e.l.f. hydrating. I've tried so many recently. This is it, and I love it. With this Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Skin Perfecting Micro Powder in shade 1. Oh my gosh, you guys, the two together, there's no crepiness. It feels really hydrated. It's such a thin formula that like you're not gonna have that like cakiness on your under eyes. Chef's kisses. I love it. I'm personally right now, probably an hour into this, so I cannot tell you which one of these I think performs better. The only thing about it is this just seems a little weird. Like, it's just so liquidy. I don't know if it's going to do anything, if it feels like it's hydrating my skin anymore. I don't know. I use a serum and a moisturizer before I go in with my foundation anyways, so I'm not sure about this. I'll get back to you guys on it. As for the e.l.f. Luminous Putty Primer, I do think this is beautiful if you like a little bit of a shimmer to your skin, and they're only like, I don't know, what, under $10? I would definitely give this a go like that. All right. The Too Faced Highlighting Palette. I'm not sure about it. I feel like my highlight looks beautiful, but it is a pricier highlight. And again, I feel like you can get something from Wet n Wild that looks like this or even better. So go check it out. Like, go to a tester, kind of feel what I'm talking about on that Dazzle shade. It does have a little bit of a sandpaper feel to it. But if you like the idea of having all three of your highlighting powders in one, then yeah, this is a pretty neat concept. I hope other brands kind of like copy what Too Faced is doing here, because I do like this. It'll be great to travel with. And last but not least, my Fenty and my Morphe lip combo. I love this. I'm going to be using this combo a lot more often. I like that cool toned nude look on the lips. So I hope you guys enjoyed following along on this testing new viral complexion products. Let me know if anything has come out recently that you guys are absolutely loving, because I want to give it a go. Just let me know in the comments below. And I will be back with eyeshadow. I know you guys love an eyeshadow tutorial. I just feel like I've purchased so many eyeshadow palettes recently that I was swimming them, and I wanted to get like the most use out of what I have. But there's definitely a few that I've seen. I'm looking at you, ColourPop Sailor Moon collection. So cute for spring that I definitely want to give a go. So let me know if you guys have any requests. I cannot wait to get back into some eyeshadow artistry. That's always so much fun. So I hope you guys will consider subscribing and ringing that bell. And I cannot wait to see you guys in my next video. Bye.